Today we're going to be removing the triple pod gauge and gauges off the 97 Eclipse GSX, the silver one. So stay tuned, keep watching, let's go. Like I mentioned, I will be removing this. You're probably asking, well, why do you want to remove it? I don't know how accurate these are, first and foremost. Second of all, I kind of want to keep it low key. I mean, this is my style on my red one. I love it. Before, I really wanted to show my triple pod gauge and all the lights and stuff like that. But in this particular car, what I want to do is kind of keep it OEM. If anything, put the gauges in the bezel right here, just so we know our boost, we know our temperature, or whatever gauge we decide to go with. If we keep it right here, it keeps the attention away from the car, having it here, either because of cops or anybody else that just wants to pull up and race, and I'm not trying to race. So with that being said, let's remove this. At the one of the times that I went to the junkyard, I was able to score a OEM pillar, which there might be one behind here, but because they already put some screws here, they might have a hole. So if I could replace it with this one, why not? We already have it. So let's go ahead and get started on our triple pod removal. First, we're going to go ahead and remove this rubber. Second, we're going to be removing these screws. And you can actually probably remove it with the whole thing in it. But, I see. So this will remove the top one, but they screwed the original one. So there's holes on the original one that we have the replacement for. So we're going to go ahead and remove that, but we'll start off here. Let's bring you around the other side. You guys can see all the wiring, the vacuum, wiring, the vacuum. So we're going to go ahead and remove all these wiring, fish it out either from the engine bay or from wherever they connected it. So we're going to be removing this awesome wiring here. Disconnect this fancy wiring here. Who knows how long this has been here? I'm assuming, I think the first owners, they did it, and I think they had the car in the early 2000s when they bought it. I believe I'm technically third or fourth owner maybe. Yeah, you gotta love that right there. You're almost better off using butt connectors. I just don't want to cut directly over it. Kind of want to expose it first before just chopping right through the wires. I mean, that's the easy route, and we try not to do the easy route here. Yep. Now that we removed all the electric tape, I am going to cut it from where they connected all of them to try to save as much wire as possible, at least from this to the gauge. So and that will at least release most of them, except for these over here, release us from at least this top gauge. So now what we could do is remove this gauge. Well, we don't need to remove it, we'll just keep it there. But we will take off this hose. If it's not from here, we'll take it off from where it's coming from. But we have to see where these wires here are connected to. Literally just these wires, only the ground wire was connected. I'm cutting off the zip ties that they ran through here. Literally kind of just installed it. If you're a DSM person or any kind of automotive guy, do your wiring right. Even if you did it wrong the first time, learn how to do it and do it right the second time at least, so that you don't have to be running this much wire and either exposed or use a wire loom underneath. So we got that. Now we have a T right here for the vacuum line, so we're gonna have to probably plug it or just run the wire directly. I'll show you right now. So let's get this out. So I got all the wires out of the engine bay, except for the vacuum line, and I'll take care of that next. But just trying to get rid of all the wiring that's connected to this and to the battery. This is worse than a car stereo install. Check out all this wiring, just for 3 gauges. I don't remember when I did mine. It had this little, this many gauges, wires. All right, so I don't want to cut anything that's gonna affect whoever I'm gonna give this to, or whoever wants this or sell it, whatever. Probably gonna end up donating this, so. I don't want to damage anything, so what we want to do is take all this electric tape off first, which this isn't the fun part, but it is what it is. So unplugged it. I'll show you the T. All right, so now that we removed our triple pod gauge, we're going to be removing this A-pillar plastic or trim and replacing it with this one that doesn't have any holes or screw directly in it. So let's remove this and add this, and we should be done. That's a pretty big self-tapping screw. That could go almost across, or if there's any wires run through there, it could have pinched them or cause a short or something. Don't use nothing this big. Just use enough so it could grab both things. Just like that. This one's actually missing one clip. This one has clips already. So that ends our video here on removing our triple pod gauge from the Eclipse and putting an original trim panel here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just kind of wanted to film it and update you guys on the silver Eclipse. And yeah, and you're asking, well, again, why'd you remove it? Just trying to keep it as low key as possible. It's already lowered. It already has an exhaust system. The less attention that I need, the better. When you get to a certain age, you kind of get over it, getting pulled over or for every reason. So I haven't had that issue in a long time. So let's not start here, and let's go ahead and keep moving. So thank you guys for watching. So subscribe, hit a thumbs up. Until the next video.